All right, where we left off in the other video was I was stapling the signature in, and I happened to get it right in the middle the first time. Sorry about the video shut off. Anyway, okay, so then where we're going to go next is we're going to go on this inside cover of the outside of the backside, the inside cover of the backside, and that's where we're going to put our little secret pocket. It's called a secret pocket. It's the bottom of the bag that we cut off. And okay, so where the bottom folds, that's going to go glued down to the inside. And the opening is going to go towards the outside because that's the pocket part that's going to open. So let's go ahead and get that glued down so we don't get confused as to the orientation of how it's supposed to go. So let's just glue this down real quick. We can work on decorating the front of it after we get it glued down. This, you could also, I think I did Mod Podge to glue the other one down. Now this, because we did not flatten out the bag, is going to be the exact same height as the bag. So I'm going to try to get it so that it's not sticking up anywhere, and I want it a little bit closer to the fold of the book. I don't want it interfering with the fold, but I want it closer to the fold than on the outside here. So that's where I'm going to have mine. And I did not put so much glue in there that the glue is gooping out, so I'm not worried about the glue gooping out. So this is where I have mine glued in. See how close it is to the center of the book? It's closer to the center than on the outside. And this page, you can just decorate however you want. I have cut a piece of paper out and put it here. I mean, it fits right here perfectly. Do I have another piece cut? I think, oh, yeah, no, this is the piece that goes on the back because it covers the whole thing. Now, this is another thing I was talking about with the pieces. This, I don't know if you can tell, but I glued together bits and pieces of my scraps of these beautiful papers that I had left over to fit right on top of this pocket, and it fits perfectly. So I've just glued together bits and pieces. It's coming apart right here, so I'm going to add a little more glue right here. But I just glued together bits and pieces to fit my space right here. And now I'm just going to glue this down. And you could put stickers here. You could put bits and pieces of anything else. You could put just a single page of these beautiful papers. Oops. Sorry about that light being in the way. Okay, now this is going to go on the pocket. You got to make sure that it does not hang over the edge of the pocket because this pocket moves. So it's got to stay within the confines of the pocket so that it won't hinder the movement of the pocket. I'm going to get my paper towel here and kind of use my thumb like a bone folder, you know, pushing from the center out. And I'm using my paper towel on top so that it'll catch any glue that goops out the side. Now, if the glue does goop out the side, which it does not feel like I had any glue gooping out the side, but if it does, you want to make sure and open your pocket and make sure that the glue is not gluing any of the edges down. Any of the edges of your pocket that need to open. So your pocket is going to open like this. Okay, and this is the edge where we're going to put the tab. And I'm going to fold this back down because I do not want my tab sticking out past the edge of this. Now I have another little piece here. This is just another little piece of scrap that I cut, and it doesn't matter the size. It can be, see, this is not even the size of this tab. See this tab that I have right here? This is a smaller tab. This is a smaller tab than what I've got here. So the size doesn't matter, whatever size you want. And I think, see, I'm going to stick this in quite a ways so that it doesn't stick out past the edge of my insert here. And I want glue on one whole side of this tab because this tab is going to glue down to itself and to the bag, because this tab is, as far as this right here, it's not going to be opened. This tab is a pull tab, and we want the whole thing glued down. Got quite a bit of glue there on that edge right there. Oops, where's my paper towel? Here it is. All right, so this is going to go in here, and I would suggest putting it at least a third of the way down. You don't want it much farther down than that. And you want to get it straight, or fairly straight. So now the edge of this tab is glued down to the pocket and to itself, but this top edge now has to be glued down to the pocket. So I guess we could have put glue on both sides when we did the glue thing. I just kind of forgot what I was doing, I think. Making sure to put it inside. So you want it inside here. You do not want it catching this little accordion fold here. And if you have glue gooping out the side, you want to make sure, and get it with your paper towel, because you do not want this pocket gluing closed or it will never open. Okay, so this is what mine looks like. See how little my tab is, and it does not stick out past the edge. So when you pull on this tab, now I'm going to be very careful and pull on the bag. When you pull on this, it's going to open like this. See the secret pocket. Now you could decorate down in the bottom here, but I'm going to be putting little tickets and things in there, so I don't think I'm going to decorate that anymore. And then here is a pocket. Now so far, let's see, on our sample here we have one pocket here. We do not have a pocket here. This is our second pocket. This is our third pocket. And I think we'll put a pocket back here. How about if we do that? So I want to put this on here, but I want this to be a pocket. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut this image in half and glue it to cardstock so that I can make the bottom part a pocket. That is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cut this kind of in the middle. I want it in the middle? Yeah, I want it in the middle. And just cut it as straight as I can. I could have put it on my cutter, but I'm not gonna. Okay, so now the top part here, I'm just winging this. So the top part here, I'm going to glue down. And in my mind, it works. So hopefully, in reality, it will work also. We will see here in just a minute. Just glue this down. Oops. I got quite a bit of glue here on the edge, so I'm going to pull it into the center. and glue it up here at the top. I love this glue because it's very forgiving. Okay, glue it right kind of up there at the top. And yeah, I got glue gooping out the side, so get your paper towel. And what I'm doing is I'm wiping the edges to make sure the glue gets on the paper towel and not the pocket. Now here again, if you have glue gooping out the edge, you got to make sure that you don't have it gooping into your pocket, because you want your pocket to open in this pocket. Okay, and in order to make a pocket here on the back, I'm going to glue this part of the flower. Hey, it's like a puzzle. Glue this part onto a piece of cardstock, which I just happen to have a piece right here. And I want to cut this. I'm going to probably cut it a little bit bigger. And there's no stress. Don't stress about it. My cuts are never perfect. As long as it's semi-close, it'll be good. Okay, see, this is a little bit bigger here. I'm going to glue this down here. How is this fitting right here? You know what? If I cut this to fit this space, I really wouldn't have to worry about cutting it down too much. I could let it hang out past that picture even. Let's see, it goes this way. I'm going to cut it just a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. I may have cut it too much for the picture, but we'll see. And it's just a little bit too tall. So see, I'm measuring it to try to fit it on here under this picture. And you know, because I got a pocket going on here, I think it'll be okay if it has to overlap the picture on top. So this is what I've got so far. This is where I've measured it, and it's far from perfect. So now, where's my picture? Here's my picture. Okay, so I'm going to glue this. Yeah, my card is a little bit smaller than my picture. Can you see that? I cut my card a little bit smaller than the picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the top part of my picture is glued to the top part of my card, because the bottom part I'm just going to glue smack down to the insert, the folio thing that I'm making. So let's put glue on the cardstock, because we want the whole cardstock. It's smaller than the picture. Oh dear, we want the top part of this to be open because we want a pocket. Only do not put glue on the inside of this, and do not put glue. I'm looking for my paper towel, which I seem to have. Here it is. Do not put glue on the inside, and do not put glue on the top where you want your pocket to be. We may end up cutting another piece. So see, this is all real time, and it would have worked. Hey, I think it would work. Still think it'll work great. You just got to get the glue in the right place. Make sure that your cardstock is not going to glue down to your... What am I doing here? Okay, yeah, I had it right. We want to glue the picture down. The picture has to go all the way down. So we want the picture all the way glued down. So, yeah, if you were thinking, wait a minute, Janet, what are you doing? You were right. So we want glue all over the cardstock, and we want to glue the top part of our image down. You kind of want to center the image on here. So center the image, making sure, center from side to side. You want the top part glued even with the top part of the card. because that's going to be your pocket opening, and you want your picture to be even with the top part of it. All right, so that's what we have. None, and I've got no glue gooping out. Now is the time when you only want to glue the 3 sides. You do not want to glue in the middle. You do not want to glue in the top, because this is a pocket. We do not want to glue the pocket closed by putting glue at the top of the pocket. So if I can remember long enough to get all this glue on here, not to glue the top of the pocket closed, then being careful to put this at the bottom so that I don't spread the glue around inside the pocket. Now, this is going to be kind of a hidden pocket too. I think mine kind of overlaps just a little bit right there, and that is okay. I did not cut it straight, and it is very apparent. This is what mine looks like. Now when it gets all glued, this is going to be a pocket because I did not glue this down. But see, that's what happens. You've got to make sure it gets glued down. So for just a short little minute, I'm going to clamp this down. Now, if you have some really neat clamps, that's great. I am really liking these little clothespins. They work great for clamps. They work great for bone folder wannabes. Now, if you want to, see, I did not ink this. Oh, I also put a piece of netting here somewhere. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a piece of netting in here. I've got netting over here somewhere. You can decorate this any way you want. You can put lots of pages in here. You don't have to put any pages in here. You could just use this as an insert without any signatures if you wanted. You could put pages that already have writing on them or art. And you could put a belly band or a tie on this, but this is just a simple little journal insert. And this may be done now. See, I'm going to, let's see, I wonder if the tags that I did make fit in here. Where are the tags that I did make? Here. Here are the tags that I made. This will fit. See, this tag will fit right in there. All right, so I'm going to link these papers, these beautiful Paperomia papers. This kit is called Pastel Mauve. I'm going to link these in the bottom of the description of this video. I will link the glue, the stapler. I think you're kind of on your own. Any stapler will work. If you are experienced, you could just sew it. I haven't gotten to the sewing part yet. Okay, well, I thank you for watching my video, and I will see you on the next one.